Alright, it's been probably about a week. We've had some pretty heavy rains, had some family stuff to take care of, and I've been waiting for this part. So we finally got the crossmember in the mail. Took forever. Ordered it off of Amazon, and it ships directly from the company, not Amazon. So everything else that I ordered at that time showed up maybe 2 or 3 weeks prior. So it took forever, but I got it. It's the right part. Should be pretty easy. As you see, it has a nice beefy shock mount, beefier than the old one. Certainly better condition. So what we're gonna have to do is cut out this old guy. This will slip right in there. This will weld to the outside. And then we have our interior and exterior plate. I'm not going to do anything too special when I cut this off. I'll probably, of course, take off the shock mount first. And then to make it easy on myself, I'll probably make a cut with the Sawzall here and a cut with the Sawzall there. And that'll make it easier to come in with a grinder or a cutting wheel. Cut the tops and bottoms on each side. And then I'll come through with a plasma cutter and cut that section out on each side. Should be it. And we'll go ahead and buzz the new one in, and I think we'll be good. So I've been very unsuccessful sourcing a rear pipe in town. I can get a kit online, but it's, you have to buy all the cross members, and I only need the one. The closest I found was some galvanized pipe, 2 3/8, but that stuff is extremely toxic to weld with, and if you're not careful, it can kill you. So I just decided not to mess with it. It's going to be plenty strong as it is. Most people, when they cut this rear section out, they just leave it out because it's really only there to support the spare tire, and we're not going to put that spare tire back in because that contributes to a lot of rust as it traps all the dirt and moisture up there. It just rots the frame out again. So with the new rear cross member plus the tow hitch, which I grinded, sanded, and painted with the Rust-Oleum reformer. Still got to put the final coat on, but that'll go here. I got a new bumper, so the rear should be pretty well supported, plus all the new steel that I put on there. See, the rear section looks a lot better than it used to. It's actually solid again. But yeah, I got a break in the rain, so let's get to it. All right, so I got it mocked up at least. Nothing's welded in yet. Still got to center that, but it fits. It looks good. I think how I'm going to start is I'll start by tacking in these brackets first, and then do a final adjustment here, tack that in, and then weld the inside first. Center the cap. We got our little markers for centering. We'll center the cap and then weld that in place. Good to go. All right, got her in there. Started the rain, but luckily everything under the tarp was dry. A little better on these radiuses. Boogered. Just finished boogering this side, but I'm happy enough with it. It's in there. So I think we're gonna be good. Everything feels pretty solid. I got a couple little patches I want to do over here still, but otherwise I'm gonna start bolting things back together. I'm gonna wait till this cools a little bit more, throw some paint on, clean it up, throw some paint on it so it doesn't rust. And then figure out how I'm gonna hang the exhaust, all this crap. So it's just kind of floating around right now. But I'll update you later. And there she is. I don't remember what we filmed last time I checked in. It's been a couple of days. But we got the new bumper on. It was a pretty easy install. It didn't come with all new hardware like other ones that I've used, which is kind of a bummer, but that may be why it was less expensive than the others. But it's otherwise a good solid bumper, about as solid as an OEM, you know, and it didn't break the bank. I'll leave a link for the bumper in the description. I'll leave a link for this rear cross member, this fuel tank cross member, Those are all welded in now. Fuel tank is in, truck starts. All in all, I have welded 27 plates onto this truck. So we'll see how it drives and everything, but I'm pretty sure I saved it from the dump. Got the new Bilstein shocks on, so it's pretty nice now. Go ahead and, probably can't see anything, but they perform like you would expect Bilstein shocks to perform. Very well. Should be a sweet ride compared to not having shocks for however many years now. I'll show you this side. Not the prettiest welding job, but it is solid, so that's all that matters to me. I briefly cleaned up and spent too much time on the rear diff, but I hit that with a wire wheel and brake clean and rust reform and same paint that I used on the frame, auto enamel Rust-Oleum. I think all I'm gonna do now is get the truck swapped around and get it ready to put the bed back on. So next time you see this, it'll have the bed on and we'll be going for a little test drive. Oh yeah, got the exhaust welded back on too. Boogered that on so it ain't going anywhere. It was just clanging and banging up against the frame. So should be a much better ride, and we saved it from the dump. So all right, next time you see this, we'll have the bed on.